that is in fact live. Now let's see if I can avoid hurting my neck. Might also help. My model looks so fucking drunk. Ah. Ow! Fuck. Not sure what exactly it's supposed to be looking at, but... Oh god, that looks so weird. Now, if I could just get the music playing... so that I'm not completely streaming in silence. Ow, my neck! Ow, my neck! Ow, my neck! Neck! Just need to... Yeah, I'm not playing music that keeps saying Pine Grove over and over. Not happening. Okay. Ow. My model is still positioned weird. Nope, not that. There we go. That's better. Damn it, where did I put my pen now? Nope, not that. Not that. That is not the app I wanted to go to. Oh, God. I just had my stylus. Where did I put it? I swear, nothing ever wants to go right the moment I want to stream, because I literally just had my stylus. Oh, God. Sometimes I feel like I need a nanny in order to do this. Oof. There it is. Finally. Really quick. Oh, there are people already watching. Okay, let's see if this will work. Red Panda. Yeah, morning. Yeah, I'm kind of, like dealing with shit right now.
Good evening. The ticking of the clock was the most important.
Nope, let's try this. So how's your morning going? Mine is going interestingly since shit doesn't want to work for me right away. But I managed to hopefully figure out like my problem with my big green tablet so that I don't have to worry as much about that. Yeah, I'm kind of just alive too. Oh fuck, I forgot I needed to share the stream. 1 second. Oh, my neck. My model looks like it's all janking around. Also, a little warning, I once again woke up with a very fucking stiff neck. So you might be seeing, like, my head wobbling around if it's not just my camera doing the wibble wobbles. Oh, neck. I need to, like, eventually go to a chiropractor or something. Okay, that's shared. Let's see what's on chat. Rosa says she has not been able to figure out Prism on your PC. I will try to help you with that, like, when I come over later today. Hi, Lucky! Hi! Rosa says, in my experience, they're good, but they're also aren't sometimes. Yeah, I get that. Hey, Lucky, how you doing? I recommend newer pillows and different sleep posture. So I try that a lot. So here's the thing. I tend to, like, move around a lot in my sleep. So, like, if I don't have things, like, stacked on either side of me, I end up, like, curled up in a ball or in the weirdest positions when I sleep. So my pillows are fine. Like, I've got, like, pillows, I got little squashmallows, I got things, like, to keep me steady. But then I just kind of, like, die for a little bit. And, like, end up... There have actually been multiple times where I've moved around so much, I either end up on the other side of the bed, or my hair is completely wrapped around my neck like a noose. Yang, hi! So yeah, that's fun. I'm so sorry I haven't been, like, responding much to Discord. And sorry if I'm yawning. I have had a bit of an eventful week, like, with my job. And it's kind of, like, worn me out socially. But, like, considering people from both my D&D groups are here, you don't have to worry. Like, D&D is something that I enjoy too much, and that if I miss it, I get depresso. So it won't be a strain on me to, like, join D&D this week. Just needed a bit of mental refueling. Hi, Yamba, are you winning, son? I mean, I would hope so. And Rosa's just telling everybody about how I've smacked her in my sleep. And Rosa also says that she needs coffee. I took my meds and, like, ate a peanut butter sandwich. They haven't kicked in yet. I'm still a bit, like, groggy, but... I'm okay. Okay. I originally wanted to, like, wait a bit to, like, try to do another art stream just because of how, like, busy my weeks have been. But I figured that if I don't do it now, I'm just going to, like, keep forgetting that I have commissions to do and people to talk to and, like, that kind of stuff. So I decided that while it's still fresh in my head, I should just, like, get it done. Rosa says, so I watched the movie I wanted to watch. Yamba says, as you give Lucky and Yang some neuroactivation. Yes. Rosa says, it was basically a horror movie about a bastard offspring of Loki that killed people. I was insulted about it. So I'm guessing it wasn't a Marvel movie, but like a standalone movie. Yamba, hey Yang, do you want to tell Desi what we made up last night? Oh yeah, I still need to, like, check Discord. Woo! Fuck! Again, sorry I'm yawning so much. Rosa says, no, it's not Marvel, it's called The Ritual. Gotcha. Oh, by the way, so last night, like, to, like, kind of de-stress, from the day I had, Kinky Mations, like, I think last week reacted to Luminous Red's reaction to her Poka Musume, and then Luminous Red decided to create another, like, VTuber sandwich where she reacted to, like, Lily reacting to her, like, her reaction. And, like, and it was just so cute. Like, Luminous Red, she is a disaster lesbian, but she is adorable. And I love seeing, like, some of my favorite VTubers, like, react to each other like that. It's just so nice. How tall Pee-wee would be? I would say she would be like 2'5". Why? What did you send me? 1 second. 1 second. I am checking on Discord on my computer right now. New audio device detected. No, I don't want to connect to an audio device. Oh, yawning. Desi, you aren't prepared for what Yang brainstormed. Size linearians are between 2 and 3 feet tall and average 35 pounds. Your size is small. What? I don't know what that means. Yeah, Pee-wee is like 2'5". She's tiny. Yamba, do you want to know or wait until... I'm gonna wait until Yang tells me. I feel like it's something that's going to make me scream, so I'm going to wait until Yang tells me. Let's see. Yamba, before you ask, no, it's not related towards Pee-wee, just funny using her as a size reference. Lucky says, I was planning on stream painting minis, but my hand decided to go time for owie time. And Rosa says that the girls say hi. So, hi girls! Also, it sounds like my family just returned from whatever they were doing. So if you guys hear noise in the background, that's probably them. Oh, I'm sorry that, like, the employment hasn't, like, sent you any updates about getting paid yet. That's frustrating. Oof. Oh, by the way, there is a bit of good news, like, concerning my job. There's still a few more meetings that we have to go to, but luckily it looks like we're going to get an hours increase for the caretaking job that, like, I'm currently doing for my younger sister because she really needs, like, a lot of care and attention to, like, keep her, like, from getting anxious or from acting out and stuff like that. She's a really sweet kid. She just has, like, a few problems when it comes to managing her anxiety and, like, constantly needing my mom around to, like, help stabilize her anxiety. So there's a possibility that she may get like a pretty good hours increase, which will allow, like, another caregiver to, like, come and help us. So we are really looking forward to that. We just have, like, 2 more meetings that we need to go through before anything is set in stone. But luckily the guy that has been working on it with us is super nice, and he's been really helpful about it. So far, lots of good news. Oh, my neck. Why will you not pop already? Basically managing emotions, that's where she's kind of struggling. Yeah, that's pretty much it. She has a difficulty, like, managing her emotions. She also has, like, plenty of, like, issues about, like, just in general, managing herself when it comes to other things, too. Like, we have to help her, we pretty much have to help her, like, make sure she eats and takes her pills and stuff like that. Luckily, nothing too extreme. And like I said, she's a sweet kid, and, like, on days that she's having good, she is, like, very bubbly, likes to talk about, like, anything for an endless amount of time. I have, like, gotten her into, like, watching streamers that she enjoys. A few of them are, like, ones that make physical art, and a few of them play, like, some games that she likes. So she's always eager to talk about that. And I try to show her like some of the streamers I like watching too, because she gets curious about like what I like. So it's not a bad job. It can just be a little bit stressful sometimes, like any kind of caretaking job. But I'm happy to do it because it means I get to be home and like I get to help my mom out. So overall, it's a pretty rewarding job. And Rosa's going to get some food. So that being said, like, how are the rest of you guys doing? Circuit is looking nice. Thank you. Sorry I've been, like, it's been really touch and go drawing her. Same thing with Lucky and his commission. Like, I've, like, kept adding, like, little details and fixing, like, a few things. But, like, I either forget what I'm doing because, like, something happened, or, like, I'm, like, get so tired that I kind of, so what'll happen is, like, I will be drawing, but then I will, like, kind of space out, like, looking off in the distance, like that whole, Twilight Zone look, I guess you could call it. Because my brain will be just that tired, or, like, so out of it that I just kind of forget, like, that existence is a thing. But that's actually why I like doing commissions on streams, because, like, when I have somebody to talk to and, like, basically somebody looking over my shoulder, I tend to get things done faster, which I have noticed, like, it used to make me nervous. But one person who commissions me, he really likes it whenever I screen share with him so that he can, like, watch me do the commission. The only real problem I have with that is, again, that luckily my computer doesn't cut out when it's just, like, regular screen sharing. Obviously, it still doesn't like recording anything, but it does allow screen sharing with my pink tablet, at least, because my green tablet still likes being a bitch. But luckily, I have kept it connected right now through my phone's hotspot. So there's that, at least. Oof. I need to get something to drink real quick. Okay, so by the way, if you guys didn't know, I actually have, like, a itty bitty, like, super mini fridge in my room. It only, like, capacity wise, it can only really carry, like, not four, but, like, 6 cans of soda. Like, it's just that small, and, like, 4 water bottles. And with how warm it's been, I definitely try to keep it like pretty stocked. So don't worry, your girl is staying hydrated. And also, like, I managed to solve like the little problem of accidentally forgetting my medication whenever I go to D&D. Because, like, my doctor suggested that I have, like, the slow release, like, twice a day Adderall. So, what I do is I have 3 separate little bottles that I've put it in other than, like, the main bottle where the Adderall is. And then, like, I have 1 bottle in my purse, 1 bottle in my backpack, and 1 bottle in the duffel bag that I take with me to D&D. That way, even if I forget the main bottle, I still have a bottle that's, like, in one of the bags. So, your girl is trying to be smart about her medication. Lucky says, doing good, my hand still... Yeah, I definitely get that. I know you guys have definitely seen, like, a few pictures of whenever I have my arm wrapped up or, like, in one of the, like, splints. Once things calm down with my job a little bit, like, once we have a definite yes that the hours have, like, increased enough that we don't have to panic anymore. My mom is also, like, going to, like, some meetings, so, like, in the morning, so I do have, like, some restrictions with scheduling it, but I do plan to, like, go to an in-person appointment to have my wrist looked at. Luckily, it's, like, hasn't been bad the past 2 weeks. And I say that because usually I end up doing something to stress it out at least a little bit. But I've been being a bit more careful, and I've been making sure to wear, like, my wrist brace and elbow brace at night to keep my arm from... So, I have a bit of pain in my elbow, which apparently is just a thing on its own. Which has, like, basically made, like, the whole wrist pain a bit worse. So I got an elbow brace to help keep my elbow, like, mostly straight at night. That way it doesn't hurt itself, like, if I end up sleeping. So one position I definitely, like, notice I sleep in a lot is where I use my arm as a pillow. But using the wrist brace and the elbow brace, it keeps my arm straight so that I don't have to worry about that. And it's definitely been helping. Rosa says, what time do you need to get? I have a hand doctor appointment on the 15th. That's good because your knuckles, like, the last time I saw your knuckles, they were swollen badly. Well, not terribly, but it looks bad. But what time do you want us to come get you? I would say probably, like, 1 o'clock, because, like, after this I need to, like, make sure that Callie has done her chores so I can do mine, so that Mom doesn't get stressed out about, like, dishes building up. So I will, so probably 1 or 1:30, I will let you guys know if the dishes are done, like, by 1. Or if I need, like, the extra 30 minutes. Let's see. Yamba, when you play a spellcaster, do you use Abracadabra? It helps with content. Yeah, I have seen that short. And the next time I play a spellcaster, I am definitely using that. Speaking of spellcasting, so... like, a few times, one thing that my sister has issues with is that she doesn't let something go very easily if she gets upset about something. There's basically no reasoning with her. She just needs to kind of, like, get it out and complain about whatever has set her off. And the best thing that we've found to do is to just, like, let her get it out and vent. But, like, when she's like that, she tends to talk very fast, which ends up, like, triggering both me and my mom's anxiety a little bit. So, lately, to de-stress, I have found that, like, so for quite a while, I've been wanting to make my own game ever since I found out that RPG Maker was a thing. It's been an off and on, like, idea of, like, doing a simple game. And one idea that I had was, so I've basically been, like, building a power system. Rosa has, like, seen, like, what I have so far of it. Like, it's basically, like, Marvel's version of what magic is, where magic, like, for Doctor Strange and Tony Stark, magic is a science. And it definitely is. So I've basically built a magic system around, like, Marvel's idea of, like, specialized radiation. And, like, a whole lore about, like, all of that. And it's been fun so far. I've been feeding, like, the information into Grammarly because I have a tendency to do the whole, like, yes and kind of thing whenever I write something. So it ends up just being a long string of this, then, and this, and this kind of thing. I might show it on, like, stream one day, like, when I'm building the game, like, I don't plan to do, a big complicated story, like, at least I don't want to, because I know that if I make it too complicated, I'm just going to burn myself out. But I will, like, once I get the new computer and everything, and I also plan to, like, upgrade my family's internet package so that hopefully I can stream pretty well. Just because in general, like, we kind of need an upgraded package because lately it's been bugging out on the TVs too. So I will be doing, like, the whole stream, like, the game building streams alongside my art streams. Because, like, I've looked at the pre-made assets to, like, RPG Maker, and, like, they're very standard, which is, like, pretty obvious. But I want it, like, one thing I really love is pixel art. I really love, like, that kind of stuff, so I think it would be, like, a good, like, exercise for my art and, like, storytelling muscles to do to do a game making stream. Make sure you also let Steven look too. He's building his own games as well. Yeah, like, because I don't know how busy Steven usually is during the week, I was going to, like, wait until, like, D&D tomorrow to, like, show him, like, before we get started and get his opinion on it. And I will also be showing the rest of you, like, at some point when, like, because again, I've already said it multiple times that I am an absolute shit note taker. So quite a few of the notes need to be, like, cleaned up a bit and reorganized so that it makes sense, because, like, right now, like, I just keep adding ideas that pop into my head about, like, how the power system works. So a few of them are, like, older notes that I decided, nah, not that, I'm going to try it, like, this kind of thing. And they're still in the notes, so I need to clean that up a bit so that you're not just reading a bunch of contradictory notes that might confuse the heck out of you. He's rather quick to respond. Yeah, but, like, he does a chair job, and I don't wanna, like, it's just, it's just one of those things where I am afraid to, like, bother somebody, because one thing me and Callie just have in common is that we just really enjoy popping off about, like, whatever topic. So I just wouldn't want to take up some of his time when he might be working. I prefer to do that when we're in the middle of D&D. By the way, Desi, the eyes under her big eye are real, so if you want them to wink, or not, it's up to you. So, when it comes to characters with multiple eyes, I actually, like, prefer it when, like, they wink only one eye. Because, like, I just think it's interesting, like, the idea that, it's not just one side of their face that they control each eye, like, or at least eyelid individually. Also speaking of the game, so yesterday I was having, like, some pretty stressful time just because of some family stuff that kind of popped up. So what I did to de-stress is, because, like I said, I hadn't done pixel art in a while, I decided to try, like, a simple turnaround of one of the characters that I plan to, like, have in the game. Her design isn't, completely finished. It's just, like, a first mock version of it, just to try and test out the colors and the shapes and silhouette a little bit. According to what I've looked up on, like, RPG Maker, it definitely won't be, like, the map or overworld sprite, just because of, like, what kind of bitrate you need for, like, the map to work right. But at the very least, it's a good exercise to at least try it a little bit. And I think she turned out pretty cute, so, actually, I might just I'll probably just send it in Discord right now, just so you guys can see. So, the two stories that I actually want to make a game for, one of them is where a teenager is on a school field trip, like, because they live up in the mountains, they and their class are going on a hiking trip to have a picnic in the woods, and the teenager falls into a fairy ring and ends up in the land of the fairies. In another story, the one that I was talking about, where I have, like, the whole magic system, like, that one is, like, a whole steampunk, early 1800s / World War II kind of vibe, but also, like, I know that already sounds complicated, but, like, the theme, like, another theme of it is that I want to add specifically Mother Goose rhymes, not just, like, fairy tales, but, like, the whole Mother Goose rhyme kind of thing. Just because I like stories with those kind of themes, because, like, it helps with a bit of, like, visual storytelling and, like, subtle storytelling. Like, matching a character to the rhyme to see, like, what kind of personality they have. Oh, my voice! Fuck off! Not good. Oh, that's cute. That's Pee-wee. That is definitely Pee-wee. Nope, not that one. Where'd it go? So just doing the Club Penguin dance. Yeah, basically, like, so I looked up, like, simple tutorials for, idling sprites and, like, how to do, like, really simple turnaround sprites. And one of the references I did see was for, like, Club Penguin. For those of you who can't see right now, like, if I ever... I do plan to post, like, it on, like, social media at some point. It'll probably go to my Patreon first. But, like, when I do post it, people who know my Pokemon OCs will know, like, the character that I want to add to the story is my character Sarah. And the rhyme that I'm going to base, like, that I'm going to reference her design, her updated design for this story is the little dog from the nursery rhyme Hey Diddle Diddle. She's going to be the little dog who laughs. So that's why, like, she had, like, one thing I've been trying to do is to give, like, instead of just straight up giving her a hat with dog ears or a hood with dog ears, or just in general just dog ears, I've been, like, practicing different ways to, like, get it across that she's supposed to be based on a puppy to help, like, with the visual storytelling a bit. One idea was to have a bonnet with a big ribbon that looks like dog ears, but it kind of it kept looking more like rabbit ears, which I guess would work too, because, like, it might be a subversion at first, which might still work. Like I said, I don't know yet. I just kind of, like, made her sprite to kind of, like, practice with pixel art again a little bit to, like, help myself de-stress. And it was fun. Like, in general, I just really like drawing Sarah because of the bright color palette I usually give her. JD Zilla, Desi, can I ask you something? Yeah, go right ahead. Steven, hello. Of course you sent it to him. Of course he's on here too. Yeah, hi Steven. My first spam call got hit with my assistant and they immediately hung up. JD Zilla, why did you check your Tumblr? I mean, are you asking if I've checked my Tumblr recently, or, like, oh, why didn't you check your Tumblr? Because I actually haven't, so, I haven't gotten any, like, notifications from my Tumblr lately. Like, other than, like, artist updates, but other than that, 1 second. Yeah, I haven't been, like, using my Tumblr a lot because, like, once again, like, I've been getting a lot of, like, spam bots and, like, scammers coming into, like, my, messages again. And, like, they've also been, like, kind of filling up my, my ask box too, so it's been kind of, like, annoying to, like, get that. Let's see. Oh, a message from TM. Hi Desi, it's been a while since I recently finished making this, hope you like it. Oh, that's cute, I do like it! I just got sent some more fan art of my, Ed's World Next Gen kids. That's so cute. I don't know if that's what you wanted me to look at, but, I see it now. She's also on Twitch. But yeah, to answer any question you have about why you might not see me on Tumblr much, is because I have been getting a lot of scammers trying to come into my messages and it's the typical account hacked or you made this kind of purchase kind of thing. But with all the times that I have been duped by scammers, it's just kind of been stressing me out a lot. I've reported at least 15 accounts in the past 3 months so far. And then there are the Askbox ones. So yeah, that is fun. Yeah, I kind of figured it was UTM, don't worry. And once again, thank you for the fan art. I may not be too involved with the Ed's World fandom anymore, but like I always say, I love receiving fan art. I do not mind it being of my old, of a fandom that I'm no longer active in, because I don't honestly have any bad memories of, being in the Ed's World fandom, so I like it. And to anybody watching, this stream, after the broadcast has ended, that goes for, any fan art that I get. You can send it to me, on my Tumblr, on my Blue Sky, or on my Twitter, and I'm always happy to receive it. Okay, let's see if I can get the tail done now. So I don't know what it is, so usually I don't have much trouble with tails. Oh god, she looks kind of wonky, like her face does. But this is why, this is why you flip your canvas. It helps, you fix anything that might look a bit wonky. It's just a good thing to do. But I have actually been having, an odd amount of trouble with her tail. And usually I don't really have much trouble, with tails. It's just for some reason sometimes I just can't get the posing right to make it look where it doesn't look like the tail is kind of, compact in the image. If that makes sense. I think it might be the angle that I chose, getting the tail to look right without it looking too wonky, or it's just kind of stuck in the borders of the frame. Let's see. Lucky, still pretty though, thank you. Yamba, I can't wait for Pee-wee to try and pounce on her. Will probably happen very soon. Jayzilla, I didn't know you're live on YouTube. I still thought you stayed on Twitch. So the thing is, OBS, which I was originally using, I couldn't figure out, how to, dual cast my streams. I am currently using, an app called Prism, and that's why you see, the whole VTuber model. This is a pre-made model that comes with the app. And it allows me to do stream on multiple platforms at once. Lucky says, I can't wait for everyone to try and get the white bully to make a move on her. Yeah, for anybody watching this stream later or is just joining the stream, my friend Lucky plays a twink white boy in the Monster Hunter campaign that I am currently a part of. And somehow the dice have decided that even though he is by all means a loser, he is an anime protagonist and he gets all the girls by being awkward. Damn, Oliver catching flack on Twitch too. Yeah, he's not safe from the flack. He's just safe from being a perma-virgin. Speaking of weird perma-virgin stuff, so a lot of the times whenever I'm really bored and I just try to find, something new to read, I'll look in, I'll look up, weird recommendations or, weird, manhwa with weird storylines. There is one manhwa that, apparently the guy had, like, somehow managed to get his hands on, like, a hypnotization app, and he's using it to get revenge on his bullies. And I didn't read it, I just kind of, like, read, like, it on Reddit, like, read about it on Reddit. And, it's just one of those stories where it's basically, like, just borderline hentai, or, like, I guess manhwa. So what I've discovered about manhwa is apparently, like, their hentai tag is, like, just, like, it's raw manhwa, like, not just, like, untranslated manhwa, but it's just labeled as raw. And, like, there are some things that people, like, it's just one of those weird things that, like, they let pass censors, apparently, because, like, from what I've seen, it's, like, not specifically on a manhwa, like, reading app where it's specifically for adult content. And they, like, people let the weirdest thing through censors. I don't know how explicit it goes, but, like, just the plot alone and the art that they posted of it definitely feels like it should be specifically on an 18+ app and not for, like, an easy access public domain, you know? Meanwhile, in other ones, they're not even allowed to show knives. Like, it's specifically, they're not allowed to show kitchen knives, because I guess it's the imagery of an everyday object being used in a dangerous situation, like just a regular meat cleaver or, like, a long kitchen knife. In certain manhwa, I've seen, like, them censor it. Meanwhile, in others, like, a person will have a straight-up bloody hatchet and be walking around, and that's not uncensored. So I guess it's just the whole thing of, like, a everyday kitchen tool being used in a dangerous way that they don't want to show. I don't know. Like, censors are weird. You would think that they wouldn't have to censor something too bad when the tag already, like, suggests that there's going to be blood and, like, some pretty intense storytelling and visual stuff. JD Zilla is asking who I'm drawing, and I am drawing a character from the Monster Hunter campaign. She is a homebrew race, which is a race of scorpion people. The women are larger than the men, and her name is I think it's pronounced Cirque. It's been 2 weeks since I've heard her name said aloud, so I think it's just Cirque, if I'm not pronouncing that wrong. I think when it comes to manhwa, like, so I've definitely noticed that that Korean and Japanese authors, they do horror extremely well. So I really like psychological horror and thrillers, like manhwa and manga. Obviously, there are some duds, but like the ones that I have found and enjoyed, like the webtoon manhwa ghost stories. It's where a bunch of ghosts like tell ghost stories to each other. Like, I say ghost stories, but they're mostly like scary stories about like, it's hinted that it's specifically their interactions with humans or when they were human and the events that caused them to become ghosts. Which is a nice take on it. It's interesting to see, like, those kind of stories. And I really love the artwork for it. Oh, so there was another one I wanted to talk about, like, so you know how in, like, a lot of isekai stories, like, whether it's manga or manhwa, a lot of the times, the person who is isekai'd is transferred into the body of the recently dead or deceased, or, like, the character is about to die and, like, the MC transfers into their body at the last moment. So, with that, recently I have found a manhwa where the MC does the usual thing, where she possesses a dead body, and it's one of those manhwa that have been taking... So, there are some isekai manhwas and mangas that have been taking a slightly altered route, where you get to see the reactions of the people who, like, knew the character beforehand, and you get to see them being genuinely confused when the person's personality changes and stuff like that, or, like, you get to see their perspective more in the story than you do, like, the actual person who was, like, transferred into that world, which is an interesting take on it, because, like, you're seeing it from the other perspective. Like, you know that this person is, like, transferred from another world, but they don't know that. And in the story, I think it's called... I have to look up the name real quick. I gotta do that real quick. Where'd it go? The one time I do not want, like, an update that a lot of my stories, favorite stories got updated. One moment. Oh, here it is. My possession became a ghost story. So, like, other than, like, seeing the MC's perspective of getting transferred into another world, rather than it being the typical, like, she was reading the story and then she got transferred into that story, she has no idea where she is. But she thinks that it's just a typical, like, isekai story, basically. And so she thinks that the world will be based on, like, the tropes of a romance novel. Because that's how most of them are. But in it, like, she's just assuming, like, this is a romance story and she's the villainess. Meanwhile, when we get to see the perspective of the other people, they saw a woman who has been dead for, like, I think it was maybe less than 2 days, maybe even less than a day, because they kind of had to rush to bury her because the owner of the original body was found hanging, so they needed to bury her quickly before anybody found out that she committed suicide, because in that setting, and it's seen as sacrilegious to do that. But then they saw the woman rise right out of her coffin. And there is another manhwa that did something similar, where the young lady was sickly all of her life, so she ended up eventually dying. That's when the MC ended up transferring into her body at her funeral, by the way. They were everybody was viewing the coffin and everything, and she just kind of sat up easily. And rather than being horrified that this woman had been dead for they didn't say how long she had been dead before she rose out of the coffin. If I had to guess, probably a week or so, considering how long it takes to plan a funeral and everything. But nobody really questioned it. They were just kind of happy that she was alive, which, yeah, I get. But in this one, it kind of shows, the horror side of, possessing a dead body and then raising right out of the coffin. Because when you see the other characters' perspectives, there is a lot of sound effects where you can tell that her body is, making a lot of creaking and cracking noises from, what's it called? What is it called? What's it called? Rigor mortis. Because she was recently deceased and, probably only dead for, a short amount of time. I don't remember how long it takes for rigor mortis to, I know it sets in, after death, but I forget how long it takes for it to set in and then slowly fade out to where the body is limp again. But yeah, her body is making a lot of cracking sounds as she rises out of the grave, as they are about to bury her. So, understandably, all characters that were, present for that, and even, the servants of the mansion, including the father, are rightfully terrified. And so it's one of those stories where, if you've seen, Eminence of Shadow, where he just kind of, is, doing his thing in the world, is just kind of, bending to his will without him really realizing it. He's just, being a cringe guy, just having fun. It's the same thing for the MC. She is, just having fun. She is, just trying to, figure things out. But the way everybody views her is, they are honestly terrified of her. And that is because, unlike usual where, the MC has, these magic, holy powers that allowed her to, possess a dead body and be reborn, that's not the case. Not for this one. Because she is, even though she was a person in Korea, in this world, she is quite literally a demon. Nobody knows what kind of demon she is. All they know is that she is extremely... the reason why people are afraid of her is because she was some kind of notorious villainess. And when things go her way, it's plot armor. Quite literally, she says that stuff in her head. And in a way, yeah, it is plot armor, but it is specifically demonic plot armor. And she finds a cat. she finds a guy who can transform into a dog, and she finds another guy who has horns. And with all of them, she just kind of assumes that the cat is a magical, like, familiar. She assumes that the guy who can turn into a dog is like a beast man, because that's also pretty popular in romance tropes. And she assumes that the sickly sister of one of her maids is that, like, real quote-unquote heroine of the world. So, like, just doing what she's doing, she is building, like, influence without even realizing, like, how everybody views her. And it's really entertaining to watch, especially with the art style. Like, the art can go from being very cute chibis and, like, having a almost slice of life vibe when viewing it from, like, the MC's point of view. But then when you view it from another character's point of view, you see just how terrifying, like, the aura around her is. You see, like, how everybody views whatever, all of her actions and, like, the influence that she has over, like, certain characters. Because, like, some of them are, like, the cat that she has is a demon. It's not, like, a magical familiar. It just happened to really like her because of the energy she gave off. And the cat has mind control powers. Like, it has, like, there are a few servants that it ended up brainwashing to try and, like, keep, like, suspicion off of the MC. So she ends up, like, accidentally getting into contact with 3 relatively powerful demons. And, like, it's a really good story, so, like, if you manage to, like, look it up and, like, want to read it, it's definitely a highly recommended for me. Oh, my neck. Oh, wow, I've been streaming for an hour and 30 minutes at this point. And my phone died. Ah, that's great. Oof. I think I've already, like, said that, my mom got a humidifier from, like, some kind of, raffle from the Strawberry Festival we went to. And I have the feeling that it won't be delivered until, like, winter time. Which is a bit annoying because it definitely would have been useful right now. But, considering I've been streaming for over an hour now and my voice is kind of, like, starting to get a bit dry. Oh, I can literally feel it on my tonsils. I hate that feeling. But with that being said, it looks like I should probably, like, stop the stream here. So, thanks all y'all for coming out. Like always, I enjoy talking with you guys and rambling in your ear. I hope you enjoy the, like, progress I made on the art so far. And if you want to support me, I have a Patreon. I have multiple social medias you can follow if you want to look at my art. And with all that said, watch out for the monsters under the bed, and I'll see all you jelly beans in the next stream.